Imagine walking into a glass palace, where the scent of fresh plastic and premium leather masks the underlying odor of a financial trap. You are not just buying a vehicle. You are stepping into a carefully designed financial slaughterhouse. Today, the average price of a new car has surged toward $50,000, a figure that would have seemed impossible just a generation ago. Yet, the price tag is only the beginning of the story. The modern dealership has evolved into a high-pressure environment where the goal is no longer to sell you a machine, but to sell you a debt. Buyers are increasingly pushed into predatory loans lasting 84 months or 7 full years of your life. These high-interest contracts ensure that by the time you own the car, its value has vanished, leaving you with nothing but a heap of aging electronics. Before we dive deep into how you can escape this cycle, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and join our community of informed thinkers. Your support helps us peel back the layers of modern consumerism. The central claim of our journey today is simple yet profound. The biggest problem with modern cars is not the inflated price, but the fact that you are losing ownership and control over what you drive. We are witnessing the death of the durable mechanical asset. In its place, we are being sold a temporary service disguised as a physical object. Modern vehicles are no longer just cars. They have become smartphones on wheels. When you look at a dashboard today, you see glowing screens and minimalist designs that mimic the latest consumer electronics. But this shift from mechanical to digital comes with a heavy price for the consumer. Instead of a machine built to last 20 years, you receive a software-driven device loaded with subscriptions. This is the era of planned obsolescence, where your vehicle is designed to have a shelf life. Like a phone that slows down after a few updates, modern cars are becoming increasingly dependent on proprietary software. Once the manufacturer decides to stop supporting those systems, or once the warranty ends, the vehicle becomes a liability. You find yourself trapped in a loop where you never truly own the asset you are paying for. The rising cost of repair in this digital age is staggering. In the past, a mechanic could fix a car with a set of wrenches and some intuition. Today, they need expensive diagnostic software and access codes that only the manufacturer provides. This shift is not an accident. It is a calculated move to ensure that you remain tethered to the dealership long after the initial sale. In response to this digital takeover, a quiet revolution is happening among mechanics and financially savvy drivers. They are abandoning the showroom floor in favor of a strategy known as the pre-screen loophole. This strategy focuses on a very specific window of automotive history, selecting vehicles built before touchscreens dominated the interior. It is a movement towards self-reliance and financial common sense. The pre-screen loophole is about recognizing that new does not always mean better by looking backward. These drivers are finding machines that offer the perfect balance of safety and simplicity. They are choosing to opt out of the surveillance and the high-interest debt that define the modern experience. They understand that a car should serve its owner, not the other way around. When you sit in a new car today, the first thing you notice is a massive glass panel in the center of the dash. Automakers market these screens as a pinnacle of innovation and luxury. However, this is largely a cost-cutting illusion designed to save the manufacturer money at your expense. It is much cheaper to program a single screen than to manufacture, wire, and install 50 individual physical buttons and switches. The hidden downside of this innovation reveals itself the moment the screen fails. In an older car, if your radio broke, you still had your air conditioning and your defrost. In a modern car, the touchscreen often controls everything from the climate to the safety settings. When that screen goes dark, the entire vehicle becomes nearly unusable, leading to repair bills ranging from $3,000 to $4,000. These screens also introduce a dangerous level of distraction. Muscle memory allows a driver to adjust a physical knob without taking their eyes off the road. A touchscreen requires you to navigate menus and subfolders, diverting your attention from the task of driving. We have traded safety and reliability for a sleek aesthetic that serves the manufacturer's bottom line. Beyond the mechanical and financial risks, modern cars have become sophisticated surveillance systems. Every time you turn the key, the vehicle begins tracking your every move through built-in telematics and cellular connections. Your speed, your braking habits, your location, and even your seatbelt usage are all recorded in real time. This data is not just sitting in the car. It is being beamed back to the manufacturer. Reports suggest that this data is frequently sold to third-party data brokers and insurance companies. You might find your insurance premiums increasing because your car reported a single instance of hard braking 3 months ago. The privacy we once enjoyed within the walls of our own vehicles is being dismantled in the name of connectivity. Imagine a world where your car is a constant witness against you. It knows where you shop, where you work, and how fast you drive on your way home. This level of monitoring was once the stuff of science fiction, but it is now a standard feature in almost every vehicle manufactured in the year 2024. By choosing a modern car, you are essentially paying for the privilege of being watched. The shift in mechanical engineering is just as concerning as the rise of digital surveillance. To meet increasingly strict fuel economy regulations, automakers have moved away from large, understressed engines. In their place, they are using small, turbocharged engines and continuously variable transmissions, often referred to as CVTs. While these designs may look good on a window sticker, their long-term durability is often questionable. A small engine equipped with a turbocharger is under immense pressure every time you accelerate. These components operate at extreme temperatures and high RPMs, which can lead to premature wear and catastrophic failure. In contrast, the larger engines of the past were built to operate comfortably, often lasting hundreds of thousands of miles without major intervention. The CVT transmission is another point of failure that concerns veteran mechanics. Unlike a traditional automatic transmission with robust gears, a CVT often relies on a steel belt and pulleys. While they provide smooth acceleration, they are notoriously difficult and expensive to repair once they fail. Many of these units are considered throwaway components, meaning the entire transmission must be replaced if a single part breaks. This brings us to the golden era of automotive design, which spanned from the year 1996 to the year 2008. This 12-year window is described by many experts as the sweet spot for vehicle ownership. During this time, cars had reached a peak level of mechanical refinement without being swallowed by the digital revolution. Vehicles from this era offer the essential modern features we all rely on. They have efficient fuel injection systems that start reliably in any weather. They are equipped with OBD2 diagnostics, which allow any local mechanic to quickly identify a problem. Most importantly, they include critical safety features like anti-lock brakes and multiple airbags to protect your family. However, these cars lack the invasive connectivity and fragile infotainment systems of today. They have physical buttons that click with a satisfying tactile response. They don't have cameras watching your eyes to see if you are tired, and they don't send your driving data to a corporate headquarters. They are honest machines built for the driver, not for the data broker. If you are looking for an analog legend to escape the modern trap, there are several models that stand above the rest. The Toyota Camry, specifically those built from the late 1990s through the early 2004s, is a masterclass in durability. These cars were over-engineered to a degree that we rarely see today, with engines capable of reaching 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. The Honda Accord from the same era offers a similar level of reliability coupled with a more engaging driving experience. These vehicles were built with a focus on simplicity and ease of repair. Parts are inexpensive and widely available, making them a favorite for those who want to keep their transportation costs as low as possible. For those who need a truck, the Chevrolet and GMC pickups equipped with the 5.7-liter Vortec V8 are legendary. These engines are known for their ruggedness and ability to handle heavy work without complaint. They lack the complex cylinder deactivation systems found in newer trucks, which are often a source of significant mechanical trouble. We must also mention the Ford Panther platform, which includes the Crown Victoria, the Mercury Grand Marquis, and the Lincoln Town Car. These vehicles were the backbone of police fleets and taxi services for decades. Their body-on-frame construction and simple V8 engines make them some of the most durable and comfortable cars ever produced in America. Executing the loophole strategy requires a shift in mindset and a bit of patience. Instead of walking into a dealership and signing for a $50,000 loan, you aim to save approximately $5,000 in cash. This amount is often enough to purchase a well-maintained vehicle from the golden era from a private seller. By avoiding dealership financing, you immediately save thousands of dollars in interest and fees. You also gain the freedom of not having a monthly car payment, which is one of the biggest drains on the average household budget. That money can then be redirected toward your savings, your home, or your retirement. When searching for a vehicle, look for those with analog controls, physical knobs for the radio, and sliders for the climate control. These features are more than just a nostalgic touch. They are signals of a simpler electronic architecture. A car with mechanical buttons is a car that is easier and cheaper to keep on the road for the long term. Buying an older, analog car is about more than just saving money. It is an act of reclaiming your autonomy. It is a way to step out of the digital panopticon and avoid the expensive software failures that plague modern drivers. You are choosing to own your property outright, free from the tethers of subscriptions and remote tracking. This philosophy of choosing durability over flashiness can change your entire financial trajectory. When you are no longer chasing the latest model year, the pressure to keep up with the Joneses begins to fade. You start to value things that are built to last, recognizing that true luxury is the peace of mind that comes from a reliable, paid-off vehicle. The modern tech trap is not limited to the garage. It has expanded into every corner of our lives. The same strategy of planned obsolescence and high-tech fragility is now appearing in our home appliances. Refrigerators that once lasted 30 years are now failing after 5. Often because a tiny computer chip or a touch panel has malfunctioned. Just like modern cars, these appliances are being marketed as smart to justify higher prices and more frequent replacements. They are designed to be difficult to repair, pushing you to buy a new unit instead of fixing the old one. This is part of a broader trend where the concept of permanent ownership is being replaced by a cycle of endless consumption. As we look at the world around us, we must ask ourselves if this is the path we want to continue on. Are we comfortable with our homes and cars being data collection tools for corporations? Do we want to spend our lives working to pay off assets that are designed to break the moment the last payment is made? These are questions that require honest reflection. My advice to you is to look for the analog in a digital world. Seek out products and machines that prioritize mechanical integrity over software gimmicks. Whether it is a car from 2005 or a washing machine with a physical dial, these choices are an investment in your own stability and freedom. The lesson I have learned in my own life is that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. By stripping away the unnecessary bells and whistles, we find the things that truly matter: reliability, privacy, and financial independence. It takes courage to go against the grain and choose an older path, but the rewards are well worth the effort. I want to leave you with a few questions to ponder. What would you do with an extra $500 every month if you didn't have a car payment? How much is your privacy worth to you when you are behind the wheel? Is the new car smell really worth the 7-year debt that comes with it? Your answers to these questions will define your financial future and your relationship with the technology that surrounds you. I wish you all good health and the wisdom to make choices that lead to true freedom. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the forces shaping our modern world. Until next time.